Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. It's Monday. I don't know. What is the date? The 12th? I don't know. Whatever date it is, but it's Monday, and I want to welcome you to the morning show. Glad you were here. Sorry, making sure I don't get a little poof at the end of this show just because I wore some headphones. We are live here, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Facebook, hello. TikTok over here on my right, and we've got an Anchor room open. All right, so I trust that you guys had a great weekend, and we're starting the brand new week off. In fact, we were talking a little bit about this in our 30-day challenge group. If you haven't heard, we started a 30-day challenge group. Several of us were able to, weren't able to, but we decided to make a commitment for 30 days to invest in our health and our fitness. Now, we're doing this and we're starting to see like results. We're experiencing change. We had a great first week, but Monday, we're resetting the clock. And just because we had a great first week doesn't mean that we're done. It doesn't mean that you start celebrating. In fact, in my opinion, I think this is where the real work begins, because what happens in anything you do, human nature is when you get a little bit of success, it causes you to rest. Now, what I'm not saying is, because things do happen, because I will tell you this, you've got to learn to commit in the mindset that says, hey, even if today doesn't go the way I want it to, I'm still committed to this thing 12 months from now. So I give myself permission to miss today because of the circumstances that I just couldn't pull it off. But that means my 12-month commitment pulls me into tomorrow. So it's not like I've given up. I'm just refocusing. I'm resetting. So that's what we're doing here on Monday. We're resetting the clock. It's almost like it's day one all over again, because what we don't want to do is be satisfied with a success that we got and lose the momentum we've built. I love great motivational speakers. I love people that inspire me. And I was thinking about this morning about the story that Zig Ziglar talked about priming the pump. It's a great YouTube video. In fact, I think I'm going to post it on Facebook after this Facebook, Twitter. And I'm telling you, it's so powerful and it's so true, because life is just like that water pump. You have to prime it. You have to put something into it before it gives you something back. And by the way, you have to pump with vigor. You have to, it's just like a water pump, like you're pumping it, trying to get the water to come out of the ground so you have drinking water. But you have to pump until that water comes out. But the problem is, if you give up too soon, if you're like, well, you know what, I tried pumping for a while and I just didn't get what I expected. No. You're going to lose that momentum. You haven't seen what's coming yet. It's on the surface. It's on it's under the ground. But when it comes to the surface, it's because you kept pumping until you got your result. And that story motivates me. I love that story. I haven't listened to it in a long time, but today I just started thinking about that, found the YouTube video. I'm going to post a link about it because it's so true to life. I love it. Now, I'm looking at my clubhouse room, and I see Martinez Rory in the house. Martinez, what's up, dude?
In the house, ready to start the weekly grind.
Dude, let's do it.
But to be clear, the week actually started on Sunday, the first day of the true first day of the week.
I know that. I'm saying the day of the challenge, my friend.
Yes, sir. First day of the challenge.
Absolutely. But I'm with you.
But yeah, it's time to be intentional. Of course, we're supposed to be intentional 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
But, Monday has a way of just waking us up a little bit and saying, okay, here we go again.
Uh-huh. Hey, you ever heard the term in kind of Gen Z vernacular? You ever heard people like, hey, you're a Karen? Like Karens are like these
yeah,
people.
yeah.
They're just like they get on your nerves, and they're always critical and
Right.
da da da. Let me tell you something. Monday has been um, deemed the Karen of the weeks. Everyone
Oh yeah,
hates on
absolutely.
Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate Monday. It's the worst. I gotta start
Right,
my work
right,
and blah blah blah. Like
right.
everyone makes Monday out to be villainizes Monday to be the Karen, and it's just not right. Mondays, I love Mondays. Mondays is me
Right, right.
kick-starting some things, some momentum. I mean, granted, like you said, Sunday is my kick start, but it's more about, taking time to pause and be intentional with my faith and my family and
Right.
my friends. But today I'm like, okay, here we go.
Right.
I got to go
Right.
provide. I got to go,
Right. Sunday sets the tone for the week, and Monday, you hit the ground floor
Yeah,
running.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And of course, about Monday being the Karen. You're exactly right, but we need to change that narrative somehow and create positive energy going into
Yes.
Monday. Because
I care about Karen.
That should be our new slogan right
I
there.
care about Karen. Don't you hate on
care
Karen?
about Karen.
That's
I
right.
care.
So on the Facebook, Martinez, we've got TJ Pruitt in the house saying good morning. We've
Mr.
got
Pruitt.
Rob Davis, the weatherman. Rob says, I have a close connection to the Zig family. He was a great man. I agree with that. And he's a great family. I believe that. And let me tell you something, Rob, if you've got a connection, you need to tell the Ziegler family you know a fan. Matter of fact, you know two fans, because I know Martinez loves
Absolutely.
Zig
Oh
Ziglar.
my God. Zig Ziglar is the man.
I mean, that
It
man
was.
has helped me through some tough times in my life. And I never knew him. That's the cool thing about when you put out your work in audio, video, written, dude, how many people you think he inspired? I mean,
Oh.
millions.
Oh, ain't no question. And he's the resource for every other person that wants to follow his footsteps,
Yeah.
I mean, that guy is just incredible.
Absolutely. I love one of the things he used to say. I loved. He said, every morning I read my Bible and I read my newspaper. He said that way I know what each side is up to. I loved it. I love those little humorous witticisms or whatever. Rob says Karen needs Jesus too. For sure.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
shouldn't
sir.
be Pharisees towards Karen. Karen, come
No,
on.
don't be a Pharisee toward Karen. That's awesome.
Oh gosh,
That's
I love
awesome.
it. I love it. Well, dude, what's on your agenda today? What's getting ready to happen in the life of Martinez? What are you excited about this week? You just start dropping some stuff on us. Inspire us, my friend.
Well, I mean, I tell you, I'm excited about just going ahead and just being consistent, And so, like this morning, I got some stuff to do. We're got to make way with some renovations and making some phone calls with insurance and that kind of thing, and then I have to, contact a couple of clients and show them around to help further their dream of purchasing a home and that type of thing. But at the same time, just ticking off the little daily activities that help me win the day, such as investing in my mind and my spirit, reading some and try to didn't get a workout in this morning, but we'll try to do something throughout the day.
Sure.
And of course, making the right choice when it comes to eating stay away from those inflammatory foods, those high sugar foods. Concentrate on those plant-based meals. Maybe even get me a juice on the way out to see a couple of clients.
Vegan, my friend. Vegan.
Yeah, vegan. More people are like vegan, be vegan. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, sure. Dude, that's awesome. But by the way, we've got to schedule that conversation with you, me, and Brooklyn, because I want to know more about what it really means to be vegan, like some of the myths, some of the things that Give me the lowdown on the vegan. I'm not saying I'm going to convert or anything. I just want to know.
Right. And I mean, vegan is really nothing I kind of look at it as analogous to what we're really doing here, and that is,
Yeah.
it's just, it's just it's excluding some things from your diet, excluding things from your day, so that you can make
Hmm.
progress in the right direction.
Well,
And
I'll tell
so,
you this. I think you have to decide in advance. Like I was looking at this. I just thought about it because this morning, well, not this morning, but last night, I was scrolling through our group on Telegram, and Sarah Morton from Bristol Church, she was doing meal prep after church yesterday, and I'm like, that is such a good idea because if you leave it up to chance, chances are you ain't gonna do what you said you're gonna do or what you intended, right? Like you're gonna get caught up by the desires,
the cares of life.
the
Yeah.
Karens of this life.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're actually right, man. I mean, I think we that's one thing we probably need to like look into really, and like, as she's doing meal prep at the beginning
Mhm.
of the year. I mean, beginning of the year, the beginning of the week, like, that proactive mentality
Mhm.
about what you want to accomplish by getting ahead of it on the front end.
Yeah.
I mean, like, golly, if I think on the most part, our nature is reactive.
Mhm.
Whatever the boss wants me to do today, whatever, society would have me to do, whatever, IRS or whoever, it's like we just kind of we're in the pecking order. It's like, get in
Yeah.
line, get your marching orders. But
Yeah.
we need to be more proactive and be the lieutenant that gives the marching orders.
Be your boss.
Yeah, be your own boss, and that don't mean necessarily having your own business as much as it being the boss of your day.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Let me tell you something. And this is a leadership principle, I think. The truth of the matter is, leadership starts with you because if you can't manage you, by the way, actually, that the true statement is you don't manage anybody, you lead everyone, but you manage yourself.
Yes,
So
sir.
so
I love
so
that. I love
leadership
that.
begins with like, dude, like what are you doing? Like what gives you the moral authority to ask somebody else to do something if you're not willing to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a really because what happens is sometimes people get put in a position, like you just said, boss has been villainized too. Boss is like, oh yeah, I gotta mess with it. This guy's gonna tell me what to do and blah blah blah, and he don't even know what he's doing, blah blah. But they're in a position where they're being forced to I get them people to do what they're supposed to do, and da da da. And so it's just this conflict instead of coming together and say, hey, we're a team. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on me. Will you work on you? And let's together get something done because I see something good in you, something great in you. And I hope you see the same thing in me too. So let's work together to pull those things out of each other. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it changed the world, bro.
Mm.
If leadership actually was in that vein,
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, that's it's really a no brainer. If and it's sustainable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
More
for sure.
sustainable than the the other model, if I could say it that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. It don't work. You can
It
lead a
don't
horse to
work.
water,
It don't
but if
work.
he ain't thirsty.
No sir. No sir. No
I think
sir.
Les Brown used to say that. Les Brown used to say, "Hey, you got to lead the horse to water, and then you got to get him to get thirsty."
Gotta get him to think thirsty.
Hey,
I
on
love.
that note, though, on what we were talking about earlier about pumping the prime and all that good stuff, I tell you what kind of sparks. Well, when I say kind of spark, I'm thinking about my train of thought. Right? It's like connect, 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 and this is. I know you were out of town, and I don't know if you were able to hop on or not. If you haven't, I'm just going to recommend it. But yesterday's sermon by Pastor was straight up fire.
Wow.
Like, let me tell you, here's the topic, here's the title. Okay, are you ready for the fire? Are you ready for the fire? And that's all I'm gonna. If you haven't heard it yet, this is anybody watching, anybody. If you don't even know who Point of Mercy Pastor Danny Livingston is, I don't care. It's time for you to check this
It
man
don't
out
matter.
because the
It
dude
don't.
dropped it. It's called "Are You Ready for the fire. And let me tell you who this is for. I mean, it's for everyone, but if you are feeling like you just can't get ahead, it's almost like everything that you're doing seems to be fought with opposition. Dude, it's time to listen to that sermon. If you're tired of being tired, if you're confused and disappointed with what's going on in your life, listen to that sermon. I promise you, it's going to help you. It's going to inspire you. And if it don't, bro, don't watch this show anymore, because there ain't nobody going to help you, right? Well, something's going on.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm 100% confident in every word you speak, and I will definitely get to it. And I'm with you. Pastor Livingston, he's not in the business of just chewing his gums, when it comes to having a word for the people. So
no, sir, he works so hard when he puts sermons together. Like, people don't see it, and they don't, like, I think people, they're like, oh yeah, that was, but if you really understood the grinding and the internal urge to bless the people that he's responsible for, like, it's inspiring. It is absolutely inspiring. And then you add on the fact that this week, dude had chemo, and did, still did a Bible study. Sorry, I gotta show some love to my pastor, because he's got me inspired.
Hey, help yourself, bro. Help yourself.
Check it out. I'm inspired because the dude is speaking inspiration. He's using his gift that God gave him, man, and I'm fired up on a Monday. Why? Because I had a great pastor that inspired me.
That's wonderful. That's awesome.
Woo! My God, it ain't the tea this morning, people. I promise you, it's almost gone.
Sir. No, sir.
I'm just feeling good, baby. I'm feeling good. But I think that's what triggered
Valentine.
That. Once you listen to it, you're gonna put the pump together. You're gonna be like, dude, that's exactly why Jason thought about that. It's strong.
Prime the pump.
Strong.
Prime the pump.
Well, I want to ask you something, because you were talking about what you're doing today.
Right.
So, two schools of thought here, okay? And I don't know which one I think I know which one you fall on. I know which one I fall on. Mm-hmm. And that is this. Do you need repetitive, consistent structure in your day, or do you need spontaneity, creativity, blank space to just be person? Which one are you?
Bro, I tell you, having had good experience in both, I have found out that repetitive structure actually gives me more out of my day, which doesn't necessarily mean there's no room for spontaneity, shoot from the hip or whatever, cause but I think when you have structure, when you have a plan, and you follow that, that historically has got me, actually historically it's gotten more people, everybody has got more out of their day as a result,
Yeah.
And I mean, when I say everybody, I mean everybody. And because, like, thankfully the state didn't leave education to just your parents. They're like, okay, you need to be in school. That was structure. That was, having a framework of the day. And so we had an opportunity to graduate from school. But anyway, but yeah, that's where I am, man. I like the structure. Now, do I have it all the time? No, because I'm in the business where it kind of like, it leaves room for, you got to have room for clients, because they need to be kind of cultivated and helped and hands held and that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
that's where I am.
No, I agree. I'll tell you this. Okay, this is my interpretation, because I used to be. Let me tell you something. I've tried both ways, right? I've tried both ways, and I'm the same way. I've found that if I make a plan, my day goes better. We were talking a little bit about this. I guess, I don't know, this was sometime last week, but I thought more about it. And here's the deal, okay? Plans are for your intentionality, but spontaneity are the inevitable pivots you have to make. See, I think that's what happens. I think some people, they are delusional because they think that their plan is going to be exactly the way they crafted it. That's not the way it works. In fact, I think the plan is that, you know, like if you're in a factory or like, okay, I used to, what's the word? Machine rotors and stuff, right? Like the idea is that lathe has to be precise. There has to be a standard for that thing to make sure it's doing right. But it's my job to notice when that thing starts getting out of the standard. Does that make sense?
Right. It makes great sense.
So the idea is, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do. But when the inevitable hits, am I spontaneous enough, free enough, clear enough in my head, and committed? Well, let me back up. I'm spontaneous enough to go with that flow, handle that, or have the creativity to get someone else to help me handle that, and then come back to the very thing that I committed. I may have committed to it for 9, but because the day it's 5 and I still got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't give up on it. I just punt. It's like football. Like sometimes you just got to punt the ball, baby.
You just got to punt it. That's right.
Oh, but I wanted the 4th down conversion. Dude, you didn't get it. Punt, or well, 3rd down. Punt the ball. Punt the ball because you're going to get a chance to do it again. You got 4 quarters of this stuff, right? I even look at that. My days are made of like 4 quarters. It's 6-hour runs. I've got a first 6 hour, I got a second 6 hour, I got a third 6 hour, and then I'm gonna sleep for 6 hours.
I love it, man.
Punt the ball.
Punt the ball. It's in your best interest.
And then get it back.
Yeah, if you don't, it can cook you, kick you in your tail end if you don't punt. You know.
Absolutely.
But I love that, man. I like the 4 quarters. You're exactly right. I mean, there's no way of saying it because you said it best. I mean,
listen to this guy. Listen to this guy. He's a good dude.
I'm just, hey, listen. One thing I'm blessed with, and that's having a keen sense of the obvious, and I don't want to mess up that blessing.
Dang, son. Don't take it away, Lord. Don't take it away. Right, Lucian says, so what excuses do we have for not do our best in what we are called to do? Oh, yeah, he's talking about that with Pastor. For sure. Pastor is one of those guys, man. He just inspires you to be who you're called to be. TJ says, good structure allows you to take advantage of spontaneous opportunities. Ooh, I like that, T. I like that, too, because what I'm doing is I'm not just waking up and I'm just like, well, today's today, and I'm just going to wonder. Right. Like, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
This is my plan. And sometimes I tell you this. How about this? How about planned spontaneity? If I need a little time to breathe, I'm going to schedule that breathe time. Right.
Right.
You know, just keep running. Right. Just keep. It's like that last mile. Right. That last mile, dude. Just keep running. You don't got anything after this. Just keep running. But you got to have that time of like, boom, it's done. I like that, T. That's a good point.
That is an excellent point.
I think he knows a few things.
Well, we just need to get him on here and share with us a little bit.
In fact, everybody on here, if you are watching right now, listen in right now. You're listening. I want you to join Clubhouse. And if you don't know how to join Clubhouse, I want you to inbox me, because between me, Martinez, Lucian, Chelsea, there's a bunch of us that can help you get in to the Clubhouse, because it's by invite. Right?
Don't be scared of it now. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. You know what happened for me, Martinez? You know how I got into Clubhouse?
How's that?
Dude, it was the coolest thing. Like, it's amazing how you have not because you ask not. Okay.
Right.
Sunday morning, I hear about Clubhouse. I'm at the gym, and I'm like, that is the coolest thing ever. I want to try that. And I trying to log in, and like, oh, you need an invite. And I'm like, an invite? It's kind of cool. I hate that I don't have an invite. I wanted to, in the moment be done, but okay. So I put on Facebook and Twitter, if anybody's on Clubhouse, help a brother out. Bro, within 45 minutes, I get a text invite my boy Ryan Shipley over in Kingsport saw it and helped me out.
That's awesome.
Like, just like that. But guess what,
Yeah.
dude? It wouldn't have happened if I didn't ask.
Ain't that funny?
Yeah.
You have to have an invite.
Yeah.
That you know, in other words, you have to have an olive branch. You know,
Yeah.
unlike these other apps, it's just kind of like you initiate it. Me. But this one, you have to kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, have that invite. It creates community. It's a genius idea.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, I think that's how Pinterest started. And it's genius because there's also there's that they call it fear of missing out, right? Like, oh, I want to be a part of that. Oh, it's kind of exclusive. Well, it's really not, but it's also hinging on the fact of who do you know, right?
Right.
Who do you know? So get connected, because if you get connected, you'll probably use it. You'll use it together, and it makes it's smart on their part, but even for my part, like, because like for Ryan, like I hadn't talked to Ryan in a long time. Like, that was the crazy thing. It wasn't like somebody that I see on a daily basis. I probably haven't talked to Ryan in like a year or so. But, dude, he's like, just because I ain't talked to him in a while doesn't mean, can't help a brother out.
Ain't no skin off his back.
Like, like for sure. That gave him an opportunity to be like, of course, dude, done.
Yeah. Can't say I didn't do anything for you.
There you go, man. There you go. I helped you help me. You're welcome, right? Oh, dude. I love it. Well, Martinez, I'm going to start gearing us down here. And that, dude, thank you so much for hopping in on the panel today.
Say nothing of it. Say nothing of it.
It's the best, dude. I love this.
Good opportunity, Say nothing of it.
I want to give you final closing thoughts. Anything you want to say, anything you're thinking about, anything that you're just like, okay, even maybe a summation of, okay, this is what I'm getting today. Whatever. You like, it's totally wherever you want to go with this. You got 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, like with me, I think it all starts, and I would encourage everybody else too. I mean, in any way you can do it, the day starts with gratefulness. This is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Every day begins with a choice, and a choice to step up or step down.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have challenges through the day, and I think we need certainly with me, have to lean into that challenge. You have to lean into the storm, so to speak, and not fear it. Because you have the tools that are needed to persevere through the storm. But and it starts with just knowing that you have the optimism, and you have a God that's with you, that wants the best for you, and with the right attitude, which is why I say, hey, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. There's a lot of people right now that would love to be in my position, no matter, despite the fact that, everything in my life doesn't line up. Things aren't lining up in my day. But, I'm so grateful that God's so fit to have mercy and grace, wrap me up in grace and mercy, and let me start a new day. Get it right. So that's where I am. It's not so much as that activity as it is the attitude, and the productivity of the activity will follow with the right attitude.
Dude, that's it. That's totally. And what you said right there about somebody else would love to be in your position. No matter how bad you got it going on, somebody would like to trade you their problems for yours.
Absolutely.
That's strong, man. That's so strong. I'm going to remember that today. When the inevitable happens, Martinez, I know it's going to. Something's going to happen. I'm going to be like, well, that's some junk.
On it.
You're right. I'm going to be like, wait a minute.
Son of a mother's goat.
Somebody. Yeah. I don't know if that's a goat noise or not.
Yeah,
we're going to roll with it. Somebody would trade spots with me right now. So absolutely. I need to be grateful with that. Grateful, dude, let me tell you something. Now you've got to watch yesterday's sermon, because that just, dude, you just saying that, it just fed into that, because I'm thinking of, just remember this, I'm gonna drop a little hint on you, all right? And then when
All
you
right,
hear
all right.
it, you're
I'm
gonna
ready.
be like, my God.
Hey, come on, come
Be
on.
be be
My Lord and
grateful.
my God.
Be grateful for the water. Be grateful for every load of water. That's all I'm going to tell you. You watch it. We might talk about it tomorrow. But
All
you
right.
be grateful for every load of water
I love it.
that's getting dumped in your life. Just think about that. So awesome. Well, dude, this has been fun. Stream, this has been fun. I appreciate everybody being on here. As always, I want you to be blessed, be great. Make this an awesome day. If you're a part of the 30-day challenge, keep it up, baby. This is day one all over again. We got a full week to get started all over again. Whatever result you got by yesterday, just reset the clock because we're getting a new result this week. That's what my friend Demetrius said. You know Demetrius Martinez, right?
Yo, Big Demetrius.
Dude,
Yeah, it's been a minute.
He taught me. We're going to have to get him on here, by the way, because he is like fire. But he talked to me about that in marathon training. He said, dude, just run 1 mile at a time. 1 mile don't even worry about 13, right? 1 mile at a time. So, dude, one day at a time. That's what we're doing. One day at a time. So
I love it, man.
I love it too, dude. All right, hey, much love, people. We'll catch you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and the Clubhouse. Be blessed, be great. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right, man.